Hey, it's Steve Barcelo back in Littleton. I've been on a 5-day road trip. Basically, had to go up to New Jersey for my dad's funeral, 98 years old. Dealt with that. Did a little road trip out of there. Wanted to avoid 95. The traffic was so bad. So I went across, headed west, went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. When I got there, it turns out everything was shut because there was this huge parade. Who knew? Finally got a hotel. We literally walk to check in. Watched the parade. The parade was great. I enjoyed that. Actually, I put a video up, posting some of the stuff. Basically, I've been working on the book, and actually, if you look here on the laptop next to me, I'm still working on some chapters. I can't even tell you what chapter I'm up to. I think like roughly chapter 20. Some of the chapters I've done, I'm gonna combine them. They're so similar because after you dictate and do a chapter, and then go back through and kind of spell check it and clean it up, and then you go back and do another and another. By the time you get 10 chapters down, you kind of find yourself repeating information and not even being fully aware of it because everything's tied in. There's tangents to everything there, and it's like a spider web. So anyway, I'm going through and trying to so when you sit and kind of go through them all at one time, which is not easy to do. I was looking at one and go like, this is pretty similar to what I said over here. So I'm going to kind of lift those two and kind of combine them. So some of the chapters I considered a chapter now are going to be two, are going to become pretty much one. So anyway, it's a process. I've never written a book before. It's interesting. It is what it is. It's going to take a while, but at least I got a lot done. Being on the road and just sitting in a hotel room with my crazy rescue dog, Christmas, I was very productive. I was kind of proud of myself to be that focused. I'm not normally that focused. I mean, it's real easy for me to kind of drift off and just, shiny object and off I go. So anyway, I'm getting there. I've got a lot done. Today I dictated some stuff like kind of the best of the best, some of the really juicy things that I know, personal things that happened to me, things that were told to me, friendships. I'm deciding how much deeper to go into the deep dive. I've got some really wild stuff I could tell, and I don't want to, I don't know, offend anyone, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's factual. It's stuff that happened. I'm probably going to put it in because I think it needs to be said. There's been a lot of documentaries and books written, and they've been good, but they've been kind of the glazed donut version, kind of the basic and kind of, everyone's kind of just a nice person and this and that. And I dealt with these people. I know the personalities, and none of us are freaking perfect, trust me. We all have our own little weird quirks and stuff. And I'm going to kind of mix that in, let people know, because that's what people about. This is why you have friends and why you're drawn to somebody or consider someone kind of a character. And this is how you know people. Like if someone writes something, you go, yeah, that's the way they would talk or say, and if you just kind of like sugarcoat everything, everyone becomes kind of a mix of each other. And that's why I feel a lot of these stories have been written out there. So I'm going to put the personal touch in, the things that people said, my feelings about stuff, because this is my view. These stories are from my angle. Me recording these, like I've said in the past, I mean, I'm still going through tons and tons of hard drives. These are just out of laptops. I've got all these G drives and stuff. I mean, I'm finding some gold in here. Some of the stuff is just things I've totally forgot about. Not just this story, other stories that I've worked. So anyway, this is a short video. I'm back in Littleton, still working. I'm going to keep on what's going on here. But today is Tuesday. It's probably about 1 o'clock. I'm going to have to flip the signs and be officially open. And this is one of the problems. When you're trying to run a museum 7 days a week, it's hard to jump on a project and move forward and just concentrate on it, and that's what you got to do. I think that's why I was able to get so much done, just sitting in a room with a dog, drinking coffee and then switching to beer around 6:37 and just concentrating and just working on stuff. And I'm a visual guy. I have stacks of files. So just having the files laid out on the bed and, going back and forth. And like I said, it was productive. I was very happy with what I've gotten done so far. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. If you got any comments, please put them below. If you guys have any questions, I've been trying to answer questions as I go along. And it's great to interact with everybody. Plus, that helps me. You're making me kind of like rethink something that I've written and go back and double check and look at things. I'm trying to make sure even just the silly things like timelines, dates, spellings of names are accurate, locations, things like that. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Everyone have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Everyone be good to each other.